Like, you would never know. Look at this match. This time I really wanted to get into some skin. So I wanted to give you guys my first impressions on the new NARS Soft Matte Foundation. And I think that you guys are all gonna really like this one. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you get more videos like this. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let's get into it. Okay, so I just washed my face and I need to put a little bit of moisturizer on. So I have this one from Sweet Chef. It's the Superfood Vitamins Moisture Boost. I have been using this since my favorite Boscia moisturizer. I basically used all of it. So Sweet Chef sent this to me and figured I would try it, and it didn't break my skin out. It was the perfect time to try it. So I've been using it. The jar is about maybe halfway full or empty, whatever way you look at it. And I actually really like it. It doesn't break me out, makes my skin feel really healthy and look really healthy. So I'm just gonna massage that into my skin, really work it in. Love to give my face a nice massage. And then next I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier. This is the Pure Canvas Primer. It's SPF 30, silicone free. I still don't know how I feel about primers or if they make a major difference. Honestly, the only reason I wore this primer is because it has SPF 30. If it didn't, I probably wouldn't be wearing it. I just don't see the point in primers, so I normally skip that step. But yeah, I'm just gonna massage that into my skin. I know my background has changed a little bit. I have been going back and forth between Phoenix and LA. So I'm in Phoenix. Basically, I haven't really unpacked much. So I have some boxes and I just figured I would find like a nice little corner to film in. So it feels good. It's been so long since I have filmed a video that it almost feels like this is new again, you know? So I kind of like that because I felt like I was just getting, I don't even know. So yeah, that feels good. My skin feels healthy. So let's get into the foundation. So this is called the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. NARS sent me these shades. So Cadiz, Tahoe, and Aruba. And actually, Aruba. Maybe I am using the wrong shade. I swatched Cadiz and it was so dark, but I'm probably not even Cadiz. Why didn't I just, okay, hold on. So we have Aruba. Naturally, foundation is gonna be darker than my face because I exfoliate so much. So I normally try to go for like chest, shoulder matching, but this one is Aruba. And that actually looks perfect. Hold on. Yes, that is perfect. Wow, I was gonna do this whole video in Cadiz. That would have been a damn shame. Aruba is absolutely 100% perfect. Okay, so it looks like we're using Aruba. Wow, the other shades are just too dark. I typically go for Syracuse, but I got a bit of a tan, so figured I would try Aruba and it worked. I am still stuck on if I want to use a brush or a sponge to do this, and I think I'm gonna use a sponge. This is just like a Tarte sponge, and I'm gonna actually dot this all over my face first. Put about that much on my finger and just kind of, I actually never put foundation on my forehead, but here we are today. I pretty much already did this side, but I'll just dot it some more. So I'm gonna take a sponge and just kind of smooth that on like this. And then maybe do like a light stipple just to blend it in. Immediately, I can tell that it's evening out my skin tone. The texture that it's giving me is less foundation and more tinted moisturizer, but it's crazy because it's giving me foundation coverage, but looks and feels light like a tinted moisturizer. So that's interesting. I don't think any of NARS's foundations actually feel like this one. It pretty much blurred out all of my pigmentation, things like that. And anywhere I feel like I might need a little bit more, I'll just stipple some of it on like that, whatever's left on the sponge. I don't think I need to add more. If anything, I'm like breaking out right here specifically. If anything, I am just gonna add some concealer to the places that I want a little bit more. But yeah, that like blended out in 2 seconds. That was literally perfect. Should I build it up for those of you who probably want it a little bit more? Let's do a little bit more, just because I feel like some people at home like to see more. So just do a little bit here, chin area. I think that's it. I don't want to cake it up and then be really mad that I did that. Let's just pat that in. But even layering it still doesn't feel heavy. Like, it doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. What is that? Oh, it's a hair. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin, which I really, really like. It's just ultra lightweight. And like I said, the color is perfect, like ridiculous. So good. So I'm so impressed. I don't know if Aruba is a new shade. I'll go ahead and check it out. But I've never tried an Aruba before, and I am now a fan. Thank you. So I'm gonna take, this is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I've tried these before. I think I normally do ginger, which is probably a little bit light. So we're gonna use Sucre de Orge, which is the shade that I normally wear in the Radiant Creamy Concealer, but I ran out and this is perfect. So let's just dot a little bit of that under my eye. Sometimes I will just dip the sponge right into the container, but I kind of want to be a little bit more precise today. I like to go around my nose and then go under my eye to pretty much correct. Sucre de Orge is a really good kind of skin tone shade. It's not going to be lighter than me. It's pretty spot on to my actual color. Like if I was a foundation, I could possibly even be Sucre de Orge at any point. So that's what I mean by it's like more of a flesh shade versus a highlighting concealer shade for me. And then just gonna go where my nose is a little red. And then let's blend that in. And if I want to lighten my under eye a little bit, I'll do that with powder. I'm not going to do that with concealer. I find that if I do a really good skin tone concealer and then just a little bit lighter of a powder, I get that highlighted effect without looking crazy flashback when I'm in the club. There's nothing worse than, not that I'm going to the club in quarantine, but it's that nighttime flashback that slaughters me. So I've just been picking up little techniques on how to be better at night. Yeah, I dipped I dipped. I like it better that way. And then just go and concentrate it where I need it. I feel like in the long run, it's definitely unhygienic to be dipping my sponge in there like that, but, and I like that I can build up and have it still look very skin-like. That's one of the things that I really love about NARS. I don't really wear a lot of different skin products or complexion products from a lot of brands. I'm very particular. I've always been kind of particular about that. And so NARS is one of those ones that I always go back to because they just understand skin and shades and colors so well. So yeah, I'm never upset about the color range or the quality when it comes to NARS. Like, that's never an issue. Okay, so this is skin, this is concealer, this is foundation. I want to set my under eye, so I'm gonna go ahead and take, this is the Translucent Honey from Laura Mercier. It's their more honey, kind of yellow, buttery shade, as opposed to just the normal, it's white translucent powder. So I've been using that. It does give me a nice kind of brightening effect. Like I said, I try to brighten with the powder as opposed to the concealer. So I'm going in with the sponge. I do everything with the sponge, and I'm just gonna tap that in. Tap, tap, tap in. And it just has that little bit of that yellow tinge that gives you the brightening effect that just looks really good. I probably could have did a little bit more concealing, but I'm being realistic on like how I would actually wear it, and I get really self-conscious if I feel like people can see my makeup. Like, I could have a full beat on, and if I just feel like people can see it, then I'm in the bathroom wiping it down with a physical paper towel. What? Embarrassing. And then it comes off in patches. Like, oh no. This is why it's not that I don't like makeup, but I don't know how to explain what my problem is. Like, I don't know what my problem is. So I just go as light as possible so I don't feel like I have to take it off in the middle of the party. I'm just gonna take a little bit more onto my lid. I don't know if maybe just underneath for a little reverse contouring. That side failed a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then just the forehead, and that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit for literally 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna do my brows, and I'm going to just do a little bit of like the quickest eye you have ever seen. Okay, so I feel like just looking at the skin with the powder and how it's set, actually just gonna fix a little bit of that. Powder was a little bit too, you know. But yeah, just seeing how it's set with the powder and what it looks like on the skin looks really, really good. Here where I didn't set it, so I set my under eye and I did a reverse contour, right? I didn't contour or add any face color yet, but you could still see where right here you get this little patch where the foundation hasn't been touched or powdered, and it gives you a really kind of satiny finish. Like, it gives me, it almost looks like I put a highlight on there as opposed to how matte the rest of my face is. Not sure if you can see it better on this side, but you can see. So the foundation's not completely matte. That's one thing. It's a soft matte. It's more of a satin, not even satin, like a demi, because you get a little bit of you get a little bit of luminosity to the skin. So it's not completely flat in a real, true matte way, which is, I think, is personally great. I don't like to see my foundation too matte. Like, this is the most matte I'm gonna see myself. I'm gonna set it with a setting spray. Let's just do that right now. It's Urban Decay All Nighter. Actually, did I wanna put blush on? Let's wait. After I set, though, I'm curious to see if it brings a little bit more of the luminosity back in, if some of that powder is kind of soaked in. So for blush, I'm taking, this one is Peach. It's from Laura Mercier. Don't feel like getting up to get my blush brush, so I'm just gonna use this brush. It's an Hourglass number 2 brush, but I'm just gonna use that. And I like just the apples, and I actually move kind of high up the cheek. Okay, I think that's subtle. Now let's spray. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Am I tripping? It's like spraying, but it's spraying down, like it's not.
I don't like that.
Let it do its thing. Okay, so now it honestly really kind of looks like I have a highlight on and I didn't highlight my skin. It just looks really like healthy, luminous, you know? Interesting. So yeah, I love this foundation actually. Wait, is that a line of demarcation? Did I not blend? I probably didn't. I was a little excited. But anyway, I'll say the takeaways from using this foundation is that it is a true soft matte where you're gonna get that kind of, it's not shiny, but it's not flat. Another thing that I really noticed about the foundation was that the color match was completely spot on. It's actually like, it's perfect. It's perfection to my skin tone. So hopefully there is a shade for everyone to try that is perfect, but this one is just like, it's better than Syracuse. It's better than all of the shades that I've ever used from NARS. So Aruba, spot on. And then I will say the last point, I guess, that I really got from this foundation was that it really didn't take much for it to spread and give me a really nice, I guess, coverage. It wasn't heavy, but it's buildable. It felt incredibly lightweight. It's still, honestly, like right now, it still feels like I don't have makeup on. What it actually feels like is that I just like really did all of my skincare and my moisturizer is sinking in. That's what it feels like. But it doesn't feel like I have on makeup or that I have any foundation on. Incredibly lightweight. And even in person, it looks amazing. Like it looks like it's so unclockable. Like in person, you wouldn't even know. It's just so good. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in and get like even closer. So this is me super zoomed in. And like I said, so unclockable. This is me not blending the foundation perfectly, clearly. But it just looks so good. Like you would never know. Look at this match. So yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed by this foundation. It's my new favorite. If you guys want to go out and give it a try, you could probably head to your NARS counter. So that would be any like high-end retailer. If you don't want to buy it on the spot, you can always ask for a sample, especially if you go to Sephora. Just ask for a little sample to see how it reacts with your skin, if you're getting the right shade, and if you like the foundation in general. I think that's always a great tip, is to get samples when you can. So that way, you know, you're not spending all your money and returning and I'm rambling, but yeah, I would highly recommend this foundation for sure, 100%. This is my new favorite. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you're subscribed so you get more videos like this, some hair videos, beauty, lifestyle, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So thank you all so much for tuning in and watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.